Chosen one, major shift coming in. Days, get ready. There's a shift in the atmosphere. You can feel it even if you can't explain it. Things are not as they were yesterday, and they won't be the same tomorrow. When God prepares to move, the energy around your life starts to tremble. This moment in your journey is sacred, charged with the kind of power that makes history bend, that makes timelines pivot, that makes destiny speak. A major shift is coming in just days, and you are not here by accident. You are not reading these words by coincidence. You've been called, you've been summoned, you've been selected to carry the energy of transformation that is sweeping into your life like a divine whirlwind. This video is not just another message, it's an activation. Watch until the end and listen with your spirit, not just your ears. And in the comments, write your warmest wishes and the number 777 to energize the shift and help release the next stage of miracles in your life and the lives of others. This is a moment to ignite universal alignment. Your wish, paired with divine timing, is going to open doors. This chapter is about breakthroughs. It's about the moment everything turns. It's about the divine countdown. So let's step into this with full awareness. Something massive is approaching, and it has your name on it. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. Right now, in the unseen realms, there is movement. Quiet, precise, unstoppable movement. This isn't a slow process of change. It's a supernatural pivot. One decision, one conversation, one email, one encounter can change everything. And it's on the way. You might not see the details forming with your natural eyes, but in the spirit, the architecture of your destiny is coming into perfect order. All the confusion, all the chaos, all the waiting, they were part of the pressure that created the perfect opening for this moment. God is about to drop something in your life that no human hand can delay. It's already settled. The heavens have signed off, and the countdown is short. It's not months. It's not even weeks. It's days. You've been stretched. You've been tested. You've been silenced, mocked, overlooked, and misunderstood. But not for nothing. All of that pain was prophecy. All of that loss was divine strategy. The battles weren't about where you were. They were about where you're going. The resistance you felt wasn't to stop you. It was to shape you. The enemies weren't working against you. They were unknowingly assisting you by unlocking your endurance and sharpening your discernment. And now that you're spiritually equipped, the shift can finally begin. Chosen one, it's time to prepare. But not in panic, in power. This is not a warning of trouble. It's an announcement of triumph. When God says, "Get ready," He doesn't mean brace for disaster. He means brace for delivery. The birth is near. The shift is divine. The outcome is irreversible. This move will touch every layer of your life. Relationships, resources, routines, and revelations. Things will begin to rearrange themselves without your striving. People will fall away and enter into your story according to divine timelines, not emotional attachment. Doors that were sealed will begin to open because your name is now on the right scroll in the right spiritual room. This is not random. This is destiny, dressed in the disguise of ordinary days. Don't be surprised if things begin to feel strange. Don't resist the discomfort. Don't question the sudden endings. What seems like destruction is divine redirection. What seems like loss is a powerful pivot. You are being transitioned out of the survival cycle and into a flow of alignment. You are stepping out of being overlooked and into being undeniable. That internal shift you've been feeling, where your old mindset no longer fits and your old relationships no longer feel right, is a confirmation that the external shift is next. You've grown, and growth always demands relocation. There are connections forming right now that will accelerate your purpose. There are conversations you haven't had yet that will carry confirmation. There are blessings that are finding you, not because you chased them, but because you aligned yourself with the frequency of obedience, trust, and readiness. Your yes to divine timing is unlocking what hard work alone could never earn. It's not about effort anymore. It's about alignment. And alignment is what turns ordinary days into supernatural moments. You are not preparing for another cycle of trying. You are preparing for a shift of receiving. You are not being warned. You are being invited. The divine clock has started ticking, and heaven is backing this move with all its force. The shift will begin with a moment that seems small, but that small spark will create a ripple effect that changes everything. Be attentive. Be calm. Be ready. The evidence will come in the details. Something will look slightly different. A name will reappear. A message will come at just the right time. A new sense of peace will settle into your chest. These are the early signs of the divine shift. With God's blessings, you are invited to bless this message by giving a divine gift of $20 or more through the Super Thanks button on YouTube. Together, let's spread faith, hope, and love, bringing light not just into your own life, but also to those who need it most. Your generosity becomes a seed of inspiration and healing for countless souls. Stay grounded, but don't cling to what's outdated. Your new season is too big to fit in your old identity. There is an upgrade coming to your name, your purpose, and your path. The discomfort you're feeling now is not confusion, it's contraction. It's what happens right before a birth. The spiritual labor is ending, and the reward is near. Keep your heart soft. Keep your focus sharp. Keep your spirit open. Because when this shift hits, it won't ask for permission. It will happen suddenly, and you'll be ready. Because you've already been chosen. You are not waiting on a breakthrough anymore. The breakthrough is waiting on your readiness. You are not chasing the miracle, it is locating you. The shift coming isn't one you'll need to force. It will flow. All you need to do is remain expectant, faithful, and available. The universe honors bold expectancy. God rewards prepared hearts. And you, chosen one, have been walking through fire to prove your endurance. Now the reward is arriving. You will not miss this shift. You will not be bypassed. You will not be denied. You are already in position. When the divine shift enters your life, it doesn't knock. It walks in like it's always belonged there. And that's because it does. This shift has been circling your life for some time, waiting for the perfect moment to land. It couldn't arrive while you were still clinging to what was no longer for you. It couldn't manifest while you were surrounded by those who couldn't see your light. But now that your energy has changed, now that your focus has matured, now that your resilience has been activated, the shift is free to come in fully. You may not realize it yet, but you've already outgrown the space you're standing in. What once fit now feels tight. What once excited you now feels incomplete. That's the first sign that something bigger is pulling you forward. You've reached the spiritual limit of your current environment. The people around you might not understand it. They may still be operating in a lower frequency of fear, control, or comfort. But you, chosen one, you've been called higher. And the shift you're stepping into will confirm that you were never meant to stay where you were. The climb was required. The view is about to change. Here's what you need to know. This shift is not coming to simply give you more. It's coming to transform what you do with what you already have. It's going to reveal how valuable your obedience was, how powerful your patience became, how dangerous your faithfulness is to the darkness that tried to delay you. The enemy didn't attack your past because of your past. He attacked your past because of your future. And now, that future is being called forward. You are about to watch everything that resisted you turn into evidence that you were meant to win. This shift will not be subtle. It will show up in conversations, in confirmations, in spontaneous clarity. You'll notice yourself waking up with renewed motivation. You'll hear your inner voice speak louder, more confidently. You'll begin to recognize opportunities that were always there, but now your awareness is finally aligned to receive them. The fog is clearing. The detours are ending. The path is opening. Every twist in the road brought you to this. It wasn't wasted. It wasn't random. It was strategic training for what's coming next. And what's coming next is unlike anything you've experienced before. This isn't just another opportunity. This is divine repositioning. Some of you will be moved into entirely new circles. Some of you will step into new cities, new roles, new environments, where your gifts will no longer be hidden. And it will feel surreal at first. You might question if you're qualified. You might question if it's real. But let this be your reminder. Your preparation was the qualification. Your endurance was the signature. Your surrender was the approval. This moment has been chasing you, and now it's caught you. Don't let fear try to whisper lies in this transition. Don't let imposter syndrome try to rob you of your rightful place. You are not stepping into something by accident. You are stepping into what was always promised. The delay didn't mean denial. The resistance didn't mean rejection. It all meant refinement. And that refinement made you bold. It made you precise. It made you ready to carry the weight of what's coming without collapsing. You've grown stronger than you know. And the world is about to see why God had to keep you hidden for a season. Sometimes God protects His biggest blessings by delaying their release. He doesn't give diamonds to people still learning how to carry pebbles. He doesn't open global doors to hearts still wounded by local battles. But you, chosen one, have graduated. You've done the internal work. You've healed when it was easier to stay broken. You've given when it was easier to grow bitter. And now the shift is your reward. Not because you begged for it, but because you became it. This shift doesn't just impact your finances or your future, it impacts your identity. You're no longer the version of yourself that settled for less. You're no longer the person who second-guesses their intuition. You've been activated. And when someone is activated, they begin to walk in a power that changes rooms, that alters conversations, that opens portals. That's you now. The version of you that's emerging in this season will scare small minds and attract divine alliances. Don't shrink. Don't apologize. Don't delay your next step out of fear of losing people. If they had the spiritual capacity to go with you, they'd already be moving forward too. In the coming days, expect unusual signs. Time will feel accelerated. Things will come together quickly. The momentum will be divine, not manufactured. You'll notice things falling into place with little effort. That's not coincidence. That's orchestration. And it's proof that your shift isn't something you're making happen. It's something you're aligned with. When you align, you stop chasing and start attracting. You stop striving and start receiving. You stop worrying and start watching God unfold His masterpiece. This is your turning point. This is your divine transition. This is the door they said you'd never reach. But now, it's opening with your name on it. The struggle didn't break you. It shaped you. The loneliness didn't destroy you. It revealed your strength. And now, you're being called out of hiding. The world needs the version of you that has been forged in fire and polished in grace. Your destiny is not on the way. It has arrived. And all you need to do is say yes. Yes to the unknown. Yes to the expansion. Yes to the shift. What you're about to walk into will silence every lie that was spoken over your life. It will erase every fear that you once carried. It will restore every tear you cried in secret. This is not just your moment. It's your movement. It's your season of emergence. A divine shift of this magnitude doesn't come to visit. It comes to stay. You are the new standard. You are the miracle in motion. And nothing can stop the favor that has been assigned to your name. Not doubt, not delay, not opposition. The shift is coming in days, so get ready, stay ready, and never forget. This is what you were born for. You've stepped past the threshold. Even if everything looks the same on the surface, deep in your spirit, you know something has changed. Something within you has awakened. Your vision, your courage, your faith. This isn't just preparation anymore. It's activation. You've crossed into the countdown zone. The divine shift is no longer a promise for tomorrow. It is unfolding now. And with each passing hour, spiritual forces are working behind the scenes to rearrange, remove, and release what's necessary to get you into divine alignment. The most important thing you can do right now is protect your focus. The shift isn't just about what you gain. It's about what you no longer give your energy to. This moment is sacred. It's not the time to entertain distractions, revisit doubts, or argue with delay. If you feel tension, it's because your spirit is no longer in agreement with old frequencies. If you feel disoriented, it's because you're being elevated faster than your mind can process. That's okay. You don't need full clarity. You just need full trust. Trust in the timing. Trust in the preparation. Trust in the quiet inner knowing that something bigger is guiding all of this. In this part of the shift, things will begin to dissolve. Attachments, habits, roles, and even relationships that no longer align with your next level. You might feel the sudden urge to unplug from places you once found comfort. You might notice silence where there was once noise. Do not panic. This is not rejection. It's release. You are being uncluttered. The divine is making space in your atmosphere because overflow is coming, and clutter cannot coexist with blessing. You are being repositioned, rebalanced, realigned. You are no longer in the energy of chasing. You are now in the season of receiving. And what's flowing toward you isn't ordinary. It's transformational. It's generational. It's the kind of shift that doesn't just touch your finances. It touches your legacy. This is why you had to wait. This is why you were delayed. This is why certain prayers were answered with silence. The magnitude of this moment required you to be stripped of everything that would have polluted your promise. And now, you are pure enough in heart, focused enough in spirit, and bold enough in faith to carry the shift. Don't be afraid if you feel different. You're not who you used to be, and you never will be again. Your spiritual DNA has changed. The old triggers don't have the same power. The old wounds don't have the same grip. You've elevated. And with that elevation comes the realization that what's ahead of you is not a blessing you have to beg for. It's a birthright you're about to step into. Your spirit knew this was coming. That's why you couldn't settle. That's why you kept pressing forward. You were built for this. You were chosen for this. The days ahead may not announce the shift loudly. It might come in whispers, in dreams, in quiet urgings to do something different. Pay attention to the gentle nudge. It may be telling you to go somewhere new, to speak to someone unexpected, to take a bold leap. Follow the flow. Trust the unexplainable. Your breakthrough may not come in the way you imagined, but it will arrive precisely as designed. The divine doesn't always explain before it executes. It moves in sudden obedience. So, when you feel the moment arrive, move. You are entering a time where the impossible becomes normal. Things you've waited years for will begin to manifest within weeks. The favor will be so thick, you'll feel like you're dreaming. But it's not a dream. It's a divine season that was always reserved for you. It just required you to become who you are now. This new chapter is not just about being blessed. It's about being entrusted. What's being handed to you isn't just for your comfort. It's for your calling. It's not about luxury. It's about legacy. In the natural world, people will look at you and be confused. They won't understand how things turned for you so fast. They won't comprehend the grace that now surrounds your life. But you will know. You will know it was the silent nights, the uncelebrated victories, the prayers through tears, the quiet choices to keep going when everything said stop. That's what unlocked this. Not applause, not approval, just obedience. And that obedience has now collided with your moment. Chosen one, this shift has been scheduled. It has a time. It has a location. And most importantly, it has a name. Yours. You're not going to miss it. You're not going to be bypassed. You're not going to be too late. In fact, you're going to arrive exactly on time for what God prepared specifically for your life. You're about to walk through a door that has remained closed to everyone else, because only you were chosen to carry what's on the other side.